Today I'm going to do a walkthrough of my minimalist bedroom, and I'm going to show you some things that have really helped me to not only go to sleep faster, stay asleep, but also if I do wake up, helps me to go back to sleep. Now, studies show that over 70 million Americans have trouble going to sleep and staying asleep. That 1 out of 3 people in their lives are going to have trouble with insomnia. And so I've done a lot of research on why that is and how we can help to fix that. And it all starts right here in our bedrooms. So when I first started with minimalism, I started in my bedroom because my bedroom was a source of a lot of frustration, but also I really wanted to declutter my closet, and my clothes were always exploding out of my drawers, and I always had to try on a ton of clothes before even walking out the door. So it was a big point of stress. So something I learned along the way while I was decluttering my bedroom is that it also led to me having much better sleep. So let's talk a little bit why while we're doing this little walkthrough my bedroom. Psychologist Sherry Carter did a study where she asked her sleep patients about what their bedrooms were like and what their houses were like. So 30% of them were borderline hoarders, and those 30% were having a lot of trouble sleeping at night. And so it led her to do a lot more research into our cluttered bedrooms and how that relates to our sleep. She found that when we have a cluttered bedroom, it leads to a lot of stress. It makes that cortisol level rise in our brain. And that makes a lot of sense to me because I constantly had a list of things that I needed to do the next day and in my bedroom, the things I needed to clean. And I felt overwhelmed every time going to sleep when there was clothes all over the floor. So let's talk about 5 ways that we can really improve this. So one of the easy things that I did first, and I would recommend that you do as well, is to start with the small things. So go over to your side table today or this week, and I want you to look through and only keep the things that you actually use when you're going to sleep. So when you look at my side table, I have really minimized it. Not only is it a very small side table and doesn't have any drawers, but also on top of it, I wanted the visual clutter to be non-existent, because when I do roll over, which I'm a side sleeper, so when I roll over and I look at that, if it is really messy and there's a lot going on, that automatically triggers that I need to do something, that something is left undone before I go to sleep, which always stops me from going to sleep a lot faster. So on the top of your side table, I want you to hush it, which basically just means I want you to take everything off of it, and I want you to live without that for 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights. And I want you to only slowly bring back the things that you use when you go to sleep. So if you have any decor that you might have put on your side table, think about, is this something that I need when I go to sleep? And if not, can I live without it if it means that I can go to sleep a lot faster? Because even the simplest thing as having too much decor on our side tables is going to lead us to start thinking about, we need to dust it. Do I really like this? It can lead down a whole path that you don't want to go on when you're going to sleep. So that leads to prioritizing your sleep and only keeping those essentials. So on my side table, you'll see at the top, I only keep my Apple Watch charger, and then my other charger for my phone, I tuck under my bed so that I'm not normally looking at it. I also have a book there, and there's a big reason why I have a book there. There are many studies that I've read that talk about how reading before bed is a sign to your body and your brain that you are relaxing, because reading is a relaxing activity. And so your body is naturally going to feel more at sleep, and you are going to be able to go to sleep easier if you read instead of being on your phone or watching a TV show. So I have a book there. I also have my chapstick, and then I'll have my hair scrunchie. And that's just because I wear my hair at the top of my head. There are also things that can be helpful, like having maybe a lavender scented candle or having a lavender spray that you can put on your pillow, something that's going to relax you, putting those things close by that are going to trigger your brain that this is a place where you're going to relax. The next thing that I did that really helps to keep the calm in this room is to make sure that my closet isn't exploding out. If you are still working on decluttering your closet and your drawers, then what I want you to do now is really prioritize the season. So for me, I live in a state that has all 4 seasons, and right now we're going from spring to really summer. And so I don't need a lot of cold clothes, but really prioritizing the clothes that you know you're going to be wearing, and maybe doing a 3-3-3. If you haven't heard of that, I've done them before. You can find the videos down below. If you need to, add in some more storage. So in my closet, you'll see that I have 2 bars on the side that I hang my clothing. And I also have some shelving that I have beautiful baskets, and I'll talk some more about those in a minute, but beautiful baskets that I store my clothes in, but I make sure that I have enough storage that I don't have to be exploding out of it and I don't have to have clothes all over the floor. The baskets that I have in my closet, I've recently done a whole closet declutter, so I'll list that one down below also if you want to see that video, but I chose these colors because they are calming and they are natural kind of fibers, so my brain feels calm when I'm looking at them, not big, loud colors. So before we continue on, if you like learning about minimalism and decluttering and you want to join a very supportive community, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and you'll get my next video every time they post twice a week. But also, if you are going through a decluttering journey with us, then throw a heart emoji down below and it shows that we are all in this together. But as we continue talking about a calm and peaceful bedroom, let's think about reducing our electronics. That is one of the biggest things that I changed actually when we moved into this house. I used to have a TV in my bedroom in every other house that we lived in, and I thought it was a necessity, something that helped me to relax, something that helped me go to sleep. Often I would turn it on before I was going to sleep. And what I found is that that's not actually true. When I would turn on the TV, it would spark in my brain that I wanted to stay up, I wanted to finish that show, I would stay up a lot longer than I needed to. And if I woke up in the middle of the night, often I was very tempted to turn the TV on, and that would jumpstart my brain to get going again. And it was often harder to go back to sleep. So if you're someone like me and you have your phone next to you in bed, it can be a big temptation to stare at your phone for an extra hour before going to sleep, which we all know is not a great idea. That blue light is keeping you awake longer than you want to. And it's also telling your body that this is a place that you don't need to shut down. So take your phone charger and put it on the other side of your bedroom, as far away from it as you can. And if you use your phone as an alarm like I do, it's even a great way of making sure that you're getting up at the right time. But put it on the other side of the bedroom for a week, a month, 6 months, and see if it helps you to shut down. It helps you to actually read that book that's sitting next to you instead of always looking at your phone before you go to sleep. The only kind of electronic that I've actually kept in this room is we do have an Alexa that I hide behind a plant in this bedroom. And that's because I like to listen to thunder calming sounds before I go to sleep. And that is something that does help my body to shut down and relax. But I don't want to be staring at her and looking at the Alexa before I go to sleep. So I have hidden her away so I can hear her, but I don't have to see her. So if there's any kind of electronics that you do feel like you need to have in your bedroom, then see if there's a way that you can maybe hide it away from your vision before you go to sleep. And one of the most basic, but one of the most important things that I've learned to do in my bedroom is to make it very calm. So I was always somebody who liked a lot of color, and I would put a lot of color in my bedding, a lot of color in throw pillows behind me. My room had lots of stripes and patterns behind me. I'll try to find a video to show you what it looked like before. But what I found is that even though it was something that I enjoyed and liked, it also didn't help me go to sleep. And when I woke up in the middle of the night, it didn't help me fall back asleep. So I had to really restructure my bedroom in order for it to be a place that I only found solace in. So another story I have about that is my mom painted her room this very bright yellow color several years ago. And while my mom loves blues and yellows, she had to actually go over and paint it again because she just couldn't get to sleep. This was like the yellow of the sun. I want you to pay really close attention to the decor in your room, the colors in your room. Are they calming, earth tone colors that are easy on the eyes and that make you feel relaxed? Also, something that I really drastically changed in my bedroom is I was always somebody who liked a lot of bedding. So I had a lot of those extra throw pillows. I had a lot of extra blankets and comforters and all the things. But what I found is that the more things I added to the checklist of having to get into bed and where do I put all these pillows and what do I do with all these extra blankets, it became more of a task than something that I actually enjoyed and made me relaxed. And so if you are really taking an assessment of your bed and is it a place that you find really relaxing, I want you to look at all those extra pillows that we love to put on our bed and all those extra blankets we love to put on our bed and really make an assessment. Are these things that I'm actually using and enjoying? And if not, what kind of things can I let go of? So you can try taking those pillows off for a couple of days And just decide, can you live with how your bed looks without all those pillows? Is it easier for you to get into the bed and feel relaxed and not have to worry about something else on top of just having to go to sleep? So I know it's a very personal thing. Some of us absolutely love all those throw pillows, so I'm not saying get rid of them, but I do want you to assess if it's something that's helping you go to sleep or if it's not. So I'm gonna leave you with this. Women are twice as likely to not be able to fall asleep and stay asleep as men, and I think there's many reasons for that. But I know for myself personally, it was because I had so much going on in my room. There was lots of colors, lots of patterns, lots of things to have to do before I went to sleep, and it just felt stressful. And so even if your room is not borderline hoarder, you just have a lot going on, I want you to take everything out of that room, live without it for a couple of days, and see if you can only bring back the things that really pertain to sleeping. What are the most important things that you need in that room, and only bring those back and see if you can declutter a lot of the excess. All right, friends, if you like learning about decluttering and minimizing, then please subscribe to this little channel here and join us on this journey. And I will see you guys again very soon.